What's happening, guys? Welcome to our GH Tech TV. This is Moto G5 Plus, and in this video let's see some tips and tricks, some features. So it's going to be a software walkthrough video, so make sure to watch this video till the end, and these tips and tricks will work on Moto G5 as well. So as I mentioned, make sure to watch this video till the end, and if you have any questions, ask them using comment section and I'll be more than happy to help you. Alright, quickly let's see some gestures. So you do have double karate chop, so through which you can turn on the flashlight. So it's the quickest and easiest way possibly I've seen across the devices to turn on the flashlight, and you can again do double karate chop to turn it off. So this definitely comes in handy. And next you can actually double twist your wrist to quickly turn on the camera. So if you have some action scenes going around you and if you don't want to miss any of that, then this is the quickest way to turn on the camera, so you can frame your shot and then capture the picture quite easily. Now to switch to front facing camera, you can again twist your wrist and it will switch to front facing camera, and to switch it back again you can double twist your wrist. Now as we are in the camera application itself, you can use volume buttons as a dedicated shutter buttons. As you can see, you can quickly capture some pictures. Both the volume buttons work, and if you want to take some beautiful selfies, what you can do is you can use headphones like this, so that your hand wouldn't be displayed in the selfie, and you can get some clean looking selfie. So if you have some headphones like this which has volume buttons, so what you can do is I'll quickly show that to you. So you can plug this in, and when the camera application is open, you can use the volume buttons to quickly capture the pictures. So as you can see, it can easily do that, and it works for front facing camera as well. I'll quickly show that to you. So as you can see, it works for front facing camera and for the rear facing camera. So these are two important gestures. So this device has a fingerprint sensor / home button. So it's not a physical home button. It kind of acts as a trackpad, and it can act as a back button. It can act as a multitasking button. I'll show you that in a minute. But before that, let's see how it performs as a fingerprint sensor. So as you can see, it was quite fast. You can again tap and hold to turn off the display. So there is a feature which you'll have to enable, or if you don't like this feature, you can also disable that one. I'll show you that a little bit later. But quickly we'll see how to enable or disable that double karate chop feature, and also twist your wrist to capture pictures. Right, so you'll have to go to Moto application, and then you'll have to go to actions, and here you have that option to turn it on or turn it off, as you can see. And so you have twist for quick capture, and you have double karate chop for torch. So you can enable that from here. And you also have one button navigation, as I mentioned. So this single trackpad kind of thing can act as back button. So if you swipe from right to left, it will act as back button, and if you swipe from left to right, it will act as multitasking button, as you can see. So that's quite handy. So you'll have to enable the one button navigation for that. So once you do this, you can use these features. But if you want the on-screen buttons, you can have them as well. So you'll have to turn off this feature, then you'll have the on-screen buttons. And next thing is we also have a swipe to shrink screen. But for this feature to enable, that is, it's a one-handed mode. So for this mode to be enabled, you'll have to turn off the one button navigation feature. So we'll quickly do that. We'll turn it off, and then we'll go back, and then we'll enable this swipe to shrink screen. So let's enable this one. It's quite easy, guys. So if you're right-handed and want the small screen on the right side, you can swipe from the bottom right corner towards the bottom right edge. So in this way you can have the small screen on the right side. Similarly, if you want it on the left side, you can do it from the left bottom corner towards the left bottom edge, as you can see. And if you want it in the center, you can do that as well. 1 second. So as you can see, if you want it in center, you can do that as well. So it'll take a little bit of practice, but once you get hold of that, it's a very handy feature. So as you can see, even I make some mistakes sometimes. So as you can see, in this way you can make it work perfectly fine. Alright, so similarly under actions, you do have some more gestures, like pick up to stop ringing. So you can lift the phone when it rings to immediately switch it to vibration mode. So that option is also available. You can turn it on if you want to. And there is a flip for do not disturb. So if you place the phone face down, then by automatically do not disturb mode will be activated. So you do have three options over there. So if you quickly go to actions and then flip for do not disturb, then you have three options. If you enable this one, there is alarms only or priority only or total silence. So you can choose whatever you need. So priority only, actually to set this one, you'll have to go to sounds. So settings and then sound, and then here you can actually change the do not disturb settings, and this will be reflected over there, right? So you can actually choose between those three options if you want to. So let me quickly turn off this one as of now. And so in this way, guys, you do have some gestures which will definitely help you. So guys, I'll tell you about Moto display a little bit later, but before that, let's quickly look at the multi-window feature. So multi-window feature actually uses the split screen view. So what you can do is you can go to recent apps and press and hold on the application. So if the application is not supported, it says app doesn't support the split screen view. So if the application supports, then what you can do is you can actually drag it down to the top, as you can see, and you'll have the split screen view. So you can actually enhance your multitasking abilities through this feature. So you can open Twitter on one screen, YouTube on the other. If you're looking for something, if you want to search, you can open Chrome on the other and then quickly search, and then post it on the Twitter. So in this way, you can do multiple things using this one. So this is definitely a useful feature. Try this out. Now it's not like you'll have to go to recent apps. There is a shortcut as well. So if you just swipe on this recent apps button, you can enter that split screen view, but for that we'll have to enable something. So what we'll do is we'll go to this quick toggle section, and you can see the settings icon on the top side. So press and hold on that, and if after a few seconds you'll get a notification saying that system UI tuner has been added to settings menu. So if you go to settings, one second, so if you go to settings, you can see that a new setting has been added. It's called a system UI tuner. So using this one, what you can do is you can select like what applications are displayed on the status bar. So that option is available. So if you don't want the battery to be displayed, then you can if you want it to be displayed in only in percentage, you can do that, right? As you can see, it says like 77%, right? So if you don't want this icon to be shown, you can also disable that one, as you can see. So you can control like what icons are displayed on the status bar using this feature. All right. Similarly, as I mentioned, there is a shortcut for switching on to this split screen view. So for that, you'll have to go to other, and you can enable split screen swipe up gesture. So if you enable this one, what will happen is, so when you if you're in some application, think like you're in settings, and if you want to quickly go to the split screen view, you can just swipe up on this recent apps button, and it will directly take you to the split screen view. So in this way, it's definitely helpful. I believe double tap also works. I'm not sure on that. Let me check. Let me just check that one. And also by double tapping on this recent apps button, you can switch to the previously used setting or application. As you can see, it's quite handy. Try this out as well. So guys, through single swipe, you'll get notification tray, and again, if you swipe, you'll get the quick toggles. But if you use two finger gesture, you can directly go to quick toggles. So this is quite handy. You can try that out. And also you can edit these quick toggles. So click on edit, and whichever setting you feel necessary, you can just drag it onto this top row, and you can add that shortcut over there. So in this way, you can actually customize the quick toggles as well. So that's a handy thing, I believe. And then if you swipe up, you'll get the application tray. So it's in vertical mode, as you can see, and all the applications are alphabetically aligned. So that's a good thing. And you also can search for applications. If the list is too long, you can actually search for applications. So for example, if I have to search for Modern Combat 5, I'll do that. As you can see, Modern Combat 5, it will just sort out the content for me. So that's really a good thing. Now one more, I'll just show you one more shortcut here. So you can see the arrow mark over here. So just press and hold on that. It'll directly, one second, it'll actually directly take you to the application tray, and it will directly take you to the search option. So that's a good thing, I believe. So you can directly search for whichever application you need. For example, let's search for YouTube. So as you can see, you can directly search for the application. So now as we're in the keyboard, let me just turn on the data, and I'll show you something important. So I've actually made a dedicated video on keyboard shortcuts and tips and tricks for that. I'll leave the links in the description box below. You can check that out. But anyway, in this video, I'll briefly tell you about. So if you want to search for something, if you're in messaging application or you're typing somewhere, you don't have to move on to a browser, then look for the content or something else. So you can directly search from the keyboard itself. So you have an option here. So click on this, and if you want to search for President of India, as you can see, I've searched earlier. So if you click on President of India, it'll actually give you the information. You can share it from here itself. That's a good thing. So if you're in messaging application or somewhere, this will definitely be helpful. And not only that, but you also have some other options like you can change the themes if you want to. You can enter the one-handed mode. So if you want to enhance the single-handed usability, you can use this feature. So you can use it on the left side if you want to. You can use it on the right side if you want to, or else you can shift back to the normal mode. And you also can enable the number on top. I'll quickly show that for you. So for that, you'll have to go to settings over here. Go to settings, go to preferences, and you can see that you can enable number row. So in this way, you can actually change a lot of things, as you can see. So as I mentioned, I've made a dedicated video. You can check that out. Links will be in the description box below. And guys, there is one more customization option which I actually missed. So you can press and hold on the home screen, go to settings, and then you can enable home screen rotation. So that's a good thing. And for this feature to work, you'll have to make sure that auto rotate is enabled and not the portrait, right? So when you shift the phone, as you can see, you can use it in the landscape mode, which is a very good thing. It actually adds some convenience. So if you're placing your phone in this way while watching movies or so, this definitely comes in handy. So guys, Moto display is an alternative to notification LED light. So if you move your phone a little bit, or if you pick it up, you'll be notified about the notifications, missed calls, and also it will show you date and time, and also battery percentage. So if you get the message, you can just press and hold on that to preview the message. If you want to go to that message, you can directly swipe up, or else you can swipe down to dismiss that one. And also you can control music through this Moto display, which I'm going to quickly show you how to do that. So let's go to Wink Music, and let's try and play a song. So let me just mute it. So the song is actually playing now. And if I go to Moto display, I can control it through that one. So guys, now the song is actually playing in the background, and as you can see, I can quickly control the music through the Moto display. So I can pause it if I want to, I can play it if I want to, I can shift it to previous song, or if I want, I can actually shift it to the next song. So in this way, I can control the music from the Moto display. So that's really a good thing, I believe. So let's stop this song. And you also have an option of screensaver. So I'll quickly tell you how it works. Now see, for this Moto display to work, you'll have to move it, or you'll have to pick up the device. But this feature which I'm going to show you, screensaver, will be helpful. If you have placed your phone on the bedside table, if you wake up at the midnight and if you want to quickly have a look at the time, you can do that through this feature. So for that, you'll have to click on this clock widget, and you can see the extendable menu button. So click on this one, and you'll have an option called screensaver. So once you hit that, as you can see, it will continuously be displaying the time. So guys, as you can see, it's always visible. You don't have to pick up the device to look at the time. You can just put it on screensaver, and this will help you throughout the night. So to come out of this mode, you can press on the screen and you'll be back onto the normal screen. And guys, there is another thing which you can do with these headphones. So quickly, let's go to Google Play Music, and quickly let's insert this headphones. And using these headphones, you can actually play or pause the song. So as you can see, you can play or pause it, and at the same time you can also control volume. So as you can see, and if you double tap on this play button, you can actually shift to the next song. So as you can see, so this definitely is handy. Try this out as well. Alright guys, there is another important thing. If you're not happy with the storage being provided with the device, what you can do is you can use these OTG pen drives, or pen drives attached to USB OTG cables, and it should work fine. As you can see, it has been detected. So in this way, you can expand the storage. There is another way to expand as well. So you can format the SD card as internal storage, and I'll quickly show you how to do that. So you'll have to go to settings and then storage, and you can find the SD card, click on that, and you have the extendable menu button. Click on that and then go to storage settings, and here you can format the SD card as internal storage. But before you proceed with this option, make sure to take the backup on the SD card, otherwise you might lose the data. Now guys, next important thing is emergency information. Now normally these days we actually have pattern passwords, or we actually lock our phones through fingerprint sensor. Henceforth, getting access to our devices is a very tough thing. And if in case, this should not happen to anyone, but if in case there is any accident or any emergency, and if someone wants to help you, he wants to contact your relatives or your friends, but he can't access your phone, so that's really a tough thing. There is a provision called emergency information in Android. Now using that feature, you'll only be giving access to your personal data and not the entire phone. So I'll quickly show you how to set that up. So let's go to settings and let's go to users, and you can see that there is something called as emergency information. So you can update your name, your address, your blood type, if you have any allergies for certain things, your medications, you can update that information over here. You can also add contacts. Now for example, let me update my name. So let me add Ram, okay, and address is Karnataka, right? So in this way you can update your personal information. You can also add contacts if you want to. And when it comes to the other person, how he can see that, what you can do is, so he'll try the fingerprint sensor, that won't work. Then he'll try entering PIN, that won't work. But you can see there is something called as emergency. So when you click on this, you'll be given this screen. So you can click on the emergency information, again click on that, and as you can see, it will give your name, your address, which you have specified. If there is any contact details, the contact details will also be given. So he's not accessing your phone, but he's accessing the data which you have made accessible to everyone, so that in case of emergency or in case of some accidents or so, it will be helpful. Now there is another kind of situation that might arise. Your phone might have been lost, and there is another good person who wants to return your phone and he wants to contact you, but he doesn't know like how to access emergency information or so. There is an easy way for that. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to go to settings, and you'll have to go to security, and then you can see the screen lock here and settings icon besides that. So click on that, and there is something called as lock screen message. So update this, so you can add your alternate email ID or alternate phone number, so which will be displayed on the lock screen, and he can quickly contact that number or that email ID, and then he can return back your phone. So for example, let's type in something. So let's type in hi, but you can type in some meaningful information as I mentioned. So let's click save, and then now if you go to lock screen, so you can see that there is something called as hi. So in this way, if you have mentioned the alternate email ID, it would be displayed here, or alternate phone number, that would be displayed over here as well. And not only that guys, under security itself, you have many settings over here. So you have something called a smart lock. So quickly let me enter the pattern. So you can keep your device unlocked when it's paired with a Bluetooth device. You can keep your device unlocked in trusted places like home or office. You can use trusted devices, trusted face, trusted voice. So there are many options. You can try that out as well. And you also have something called as, so initially if you remember rightly, I have mentioned that there is an option wherein you can lock your phone using tap on the fingerprint sensor. But if you want, you can also disable that, and that can be found under this screen lock itself. So if you press on the settings icon, you can find that option. So as you can see, it says like fingerprint sensor can lock the phone. So if you disable this one, that won't work. As you can see, it will not lock the device. So anyway, I feel it's very comfortable. So instead of having double tap to wake feature, this is quite handy. So as you can see, I don't need to press the power button at all. I'll just unlock the device using the fingerprint sensor. So this is very helpful feature guys. Make sure to enable it if you haven't already. Right, and next important thing is you also have screen pinning on this device. Now I don't think so I need to give explanation regarding that. You'll find many videos explaining on the YouTube. You can search for that. So I'll just brief you regarding this one. So if you feel that your friend or your kid should not explore across your device and should stay only in one screen, or one application, you can pin them to that application or to that screen, and he will stay until he knows how to come out of that, right? So it's a process. You can follow these steps, or you can look for some tutorials, or if you still don't find the answer, ask me in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to help you. And apart from this, under display settings, you can also change the font size. So as you can see, if you're not happy with the default one, you can increase it to large or largest. As you can see, if you're still not happy, so what you can do is you can actually go to accessibility, and then you can actually go to magnification gestures, turn on the magnification gestures, and if you triple tap on the display, it would magnify. So using 2-finger gesture, you can actually control the amount of magnification you want to have, as you can see. And using single finger, you can move between the pages, and using 2 fingers, you can move in the same page. So in this way, you can magnify if you want to. So again, to return back to the normal mode, you can triple tap. And not only that, but you also have something called as display size. So if you're not happy with the default size, you can actually reduce it, and you can see that you have a larger screen real estate now. The icons or the navigation keys all have shrunk to a little bit smaller size. Similarly, you can also increase it if you would like to. So let me keep it to default. And under battery settings, you also have a battery saver. So I don't think so I need any explanation regarding that. It's a normal battery saver. So as you can see, you can ask it to turn on automatically, or at 5% or 15%, right? So you can also turn it on manually. So you can choose to customize according to your needs. And under applications, you also have certain things which is worth mentioning. So let me go to applications, right? So here, if you go to settings icon, you can see you have something called as app permissions. So here you can control like what applications have access to your camera, your microphone, your phone, right? Your body sensors. So if you feel that particular application shouldn't have access to your microphone, you can go ahead and disable that application over here. So if you feel that AZ screen recorder should not have access to your microphone, you can go ahead and disable that one, right? In this way, you can control like what applications, as I mentioned, can have access to your camera, microphone, etc. And you can also set defaults. For example, if I have installed Lumen launchers, I can change this under this settings itself. So applications and then settings, I can change it over here. So if I've installed Lumen launchers, it will be displayed over here. I can change it from here itself. And also I can select the default browser or default phone application or default SMS application, so on and so forth. Now finally, if you don't know like how to take the screenshot, it's quite easy, guys. Press the power button and the volume down button, and you can easily take the screenshot. You can access that through the notification tray or through the gallery. So that's it, guys. If you feel this video was informative, give it a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends and family. Follow us on Twitter at RGHTechTV. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Most importantly, thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon.